Hey, what's the worst thing that could happen? No jet yet. I'm out of here.
Welcome to Simple Review, the series where I briefly play a game, review it, and keep it simple. In today's review, I will be covering a turn-based combat strategy FPS that takes place in a time loop. On paper, a time loop multiplayer game may sound like a headache, but this game keeps it simple and the whole experience is easy to understand. There are two core game types that support 1v1 and 2v2. The two game types are turn-based and simultaneous. Turn-based will have you attempt to complete an objective one person at a time. So for example, if the game mode is domination and you are first, you go and capture the objective by shooting it. Your turn ends and now your opponent will see your character doing exactly what you just did, and his goal is to stop you by any means possible. Now during your opponent's turn, you will take control of a drone so you can fly around and see what he's going to do and how you should go about stopping him. You do this back and forth for a number of rounds, and the person who ends up completing the objective the most wins. Simultaneous will have you experience the same concept, but you take your turns at the same time. So for example, if you are playing the game mode domination, on round 1, you will both be running at the objective and be fighting for it. Once round 2 starts, you will see your past selves fighting for that objective, and you can intervene how you want. Both game types can be played in ranked, non-ranked, and offline mode with 12 maps and 4 game modes. The game modes that are available are pretty easy to understand. We have Domination, where you capture an objective by shooting it, Retrieve XM, where you compete to collect the most objects on the map, Seek and Destroy, where one team has to blow up an objective while the other defends, and you have Deathmatch, where you compete for the most kills. Now when it comes to gameplay, you will have 7 characters to choose from, each equipped with their own loadout and abilities. Going over them all quickly, we have Deathblow, who has a rocket launcher and a landmine ability, Toxin, who shoots a toxic liquid on an area and can teleport, Vendetta, who has a shotgun and a turret that shoots nearby enemies, Capitan, who has a standard AR and a grenade, Carl, who has a laser rifle and a protective bubble shield, Striker, who has a sniper and can slow time, and the last character is Rush, who has dual SMGs and can dash. All of these characters do have a form of progression that is earned from ranked and non-ranked play. Offline play does not reward XP. Leveling your character will allow you to upgrade your character's weapons and acquire some cosmetics. And that's pretty much all that this game has to offer. Now for my experience, I found this game to be pretty enjoyable. The gameplay loop was a lot more simple than I originally thought and offered a great strategic experience. This is definitely a game where the longer it's available, the more sophisticated the gameplay will become with real in-depth strategies. The diversity of character abilities is what really allows this to be possible. Each character can really change up the round at any point of the match, so it feels like you always have a chance to make a comeback. However, I did feel that there was 2 big issues. The first issue is performance. I experienced some frame drops on my Xbox Series X, and the controls felt really bad on controller. Aiming felt really floaty and over-responsive, so you should expect to spend some time customizing your controls if you happen to be playing on controller. The second issue is the ability to obtain upgraded weapons. These upgraded weapons offer different weapon stats and can be obtained by playing and leveling your character. The problem with this is that you have the potential to encounter a player that's played the game for a great amount of time and has access to all of the upgraded weapons, which can result in them having a slight advantage over you. To my knowledge, there is no option to play against opponents without these upgrades, so if you come into this game late, you may encounter players with a slight advantage over you. And with all that being said, I'd have to give this game 7 pepperonis out of 10. Lemnis Gate offers an enjoyable gameplay loop that is currently suffering from occasional performance issues, poor console controls, and a concerning design choice. I'm confident that the developers will resolve the performance issues and console controls, but the advantage of playing the game more and obtaining upgraded weapons needs to be resolved. And that'll do it for this review. If you found this review to be helpful, or you would like to see more reviews, please leave a like, subscribe, and check out my channel where I post game reviews and game guides.